Dobrik has been posting TikToks starring his assistant Taylor, where she narrates a day in his life as his assistant. I saw a clip of this. She's like trying to be an influencer assistant.
Welcome back to
it's
a
on
day in the
his
life.
account.
It's on his account.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, this is very bizarre.
I think it's
Dobrik's
weird too.
assistant. I got to the house extra early, so I had enough time to do a
It's
little
definitely
morning
a
yoga
troll
before
the way
David.
that she like makes it kind of. I'm so David's mom. Like she insinuates that heavily,
Why
and
is
it's
she-
obviously trolly.
Well, why is she doing yoga in his backyard before work? Don't you know what I mean? Like do that.
But
at
yeah,
home.
this is weird.
See, Lena, you missed out. You should have been making this content with Ethan. Like when you went to the hospital with him and you had the glowing green shit.
That's funny.
That'd have been great content.
I mean,
It made me think of
Yeah.
I said another one of these videos of her during the Vegas when she went to Vegas for David's friend's wedding or whatever, when he gifted his friend the Rolex, and she did a like day in the life kind of thing.
what did he get him? Let me look. What kind of Rolex you get him?
You're nuts. Dude, you're fucking nuts.
That's sick.
You're fucking nuts.
Oh, it's a steak sponsor. God, he has no fucking.
Wow. Well, no, this is probably just the reposted clip.
With
Right.
steak on it?
Yeah, a lot of people do that on Twitter. I know. They
So weird.
just put the ad over the content.
That does not look like a 200.
Brand new.
I've been so excited.
No, that's
That's-
my watch. That's exactly.
They
my
say
watch.
it's captured 220,000 Rolex.
No, not by a long shot.
Happy bachelor.
Oh, somebody's rich.
I got a rich friend.
I mean, it's nice, but it's not 220. I mean, what are we doing here? We don't need to lie about that.
That TikTok pissed off people, and it caused a lot of comments that were like, "You owe Jeff so much money, and you like got your friend a Rolex, and you won't even like pay for his surgery."
Doesn't he give people money all the time? Why that one?
It's all of these. These are like little. The assistant story, and this one is like little stories that were grouped together. Just this is what's going on with David. Like this TikTok thing with his assistant, it just caused so many comments where people are like, this is so stupid, and like then he deleted the TikTok off of his page but kept it up on Instagram. It's just he is not in public opinion. David Dobrik is kind of not really favored,
No.
but more
David
so
got off.
for
I heard
some
some
reason
footsteps
this week.
All right, let's see what this is.
upstairs, so I decided that it was time to make David's
Have we not
favorite
watched this?
meal. One time, David told me that radishes remind
On the
him
show?
of dirt, and he likes that on top of cream cheese and bread. David and Natalie had a few Zoom calls, so I just snuck
I don't
his
get any
food
boards
over.
like
but
this, Lena. I mean, I get coffees. I don't ask for it, to be fair. David's probably like, I need a charcuterie board.
She gets to go to Vegas and in this fancy hotel, and I get to go to the hospital with you.
That you're talking hypothetically. You have come to Vegas.
Yeah, I know.
And
Lena,
stayed in
I was
fancy
like-
hotels.
I know you're
I'm
making
totally-
a joke.
Where's my
Lena,
charcuterie board?
I know you're making a
Checkmate.
joke, Lena, but yeah, I was like that. You need a better example. 'cause
I know, it's just the
we've
first one
lived
that came to
very good
mind.
in Vegas. We've gotten gambling money. Yeah.
No, obviously you're very generous.
Surprise me with a charcuterie board. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Then
I'm
we'll talk.
kidding. Please.
No, get him cheese. Get us a Rolex.
You could bring me a string cheese. I'll be happy. Uh-oh, what's Dan got?
Well, you requested this earlier. So.
Oh my God, Dan. Oh my God, this looks good.
Wow, you're just like David.
Wait, where did this come from? Why is this, what?
It was for the tea party.
Oh, dude, I want this stuff so bad. Maybe I need some food.
Yeah, I was gonna say that woke you up.
This is one of the best mixes. You got the green olives, you got the nuts with chocolate.
Wow. Here, let me grab some of that.
Oh yeah.
I want some.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, slow down there, Tiger. What?
That's mine.
Oh my God.
Oh, marvelous!
These are my favorite olives too. Castanello or whatever. All right.
But of course, he couldn't resist, and
know,
he
I gotta-
was distracted in
I
the
gotta
middle of
tell
the
you,
meeting. Oops, sorry, Natalie.
I've
David
always
left.
been very on the fence about the green olive game. That olive episode that we did recently, it finally kind of sold me on them. I like green olives now.
Did you come around during the episode?
Yeah, kind of. There was specifically those jalapeno stuffed ones.
Those are great.
That like really sold me on it. But even just the normal ones like that now.
This is a great one. Great.
I get down with them.
Nice and firm, crunchy.
I think it's just a little bit of an acquired taste, and I just hadn't acquired it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, olives, Lebanon, and wheat thins. I got to bring that in for you guys. That's
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins, Lebanon olives. That's like my favorite snack.
That does sound good.
Sounds good.
Labna.
Throw keys at me
Love
when
it,
it was time to
I
move the
love it,
car so we could take the
love it.
Ferrari. And as David would say, thank you, Corinna. We were headed to Malibu, so we had to make a quick pit stop. He grabbed a little beverage, and then we were off. And every time we go through a tunnel, David taught me to hold my breath because he
Honestly,
believes that you're...
Lena, I think
So epic.
it's awkward to spend this much time together. She's driving. Excuse me.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm
What?
eating. Let me stop eating.
Lena, thoughts?
I agree.
Driving to Vegas together, like that's pretty intimate, right?
They went to Malibu.
I thought you said Vegas.
No.
Malibu.
Oh, okay, misunderstood.
wishes will come true. And if you guys didn't already know, one of David's favorite hobbies is to go see houses. He's taught me a few things about good real estate, but most importantly, how lucky he feels to have the current house that he lives in. Oh, and the first
His favorite hobby is going and seeing houses? Why?
This was like a TikTok trend for a little bit where you pretend to buy a house and you just fucking waste realtors' time.
Is that for real? You just wasting people's time?
You go into like a mansion that you can't afford, but he can't afford it, so gets into these insane ones.
And he's making content out of it?
I've seen him make a few videos of it.
Is it?
I don't know if he was like misleading with it.
Is it the chewing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
things that David looks for is a good view and large driveway. And he liked this marble slab. We hit the road and turned up the tunes. Then he ran into one of his friends. I guess LA really is a small bubble, or David just knows everybody. After passing my ex-boyfriend, we had to make a quick stop to pick up some fresh strawberries for Dixie. David doesn't like going anywhere empty-handed. It was St. Patrick's Day, so we had to come with a gift for her hospitality. We tried to find Natalie for a little strawberry tasting. And lucky enough, we found some familiar faces along the way. And of course, some familiar food. He definitely got his paws into that. Everyone headed outside to play some games. Honestly, I was super impressed with my performance.
You're leaving me to believe these people just get together and play beer pong?
Definitely.
This is content.
Well, it looks like a
I think my
St.
boss
Patrick's
was
Day,
too.
right?
One, two.
Yeah. They're all greened up.
I did this on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
even.
Right.
We all got drunk and we had a party.
Did you
Right.
film it?
Yeah, we
We
did film
did.
it. We live streamed it actually.
Did we
Yeah.
play beer pong?
We didn't play beer pong. No, we just duct tape you to a wall.
That's true. We have played beer pong.
We have.
By the way,
we have.
The duct taping to the wall
So good.
was very good.
Yes, it was.
That was
That
fun.
ended up funny.
That was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gone back and watched us sing yet? It was
No.
so sweet.
I need to do that.
I did it the other day. It was very sweet.
I'll do it on the way home today.
Aww. Then let me know what you think.
Yeah, well.
It was time to part ways. I headed to the grocery store to pick up an apple when I found Jonah. Then I drove over to the indoor pickleball court. I think David plays better when
She
I'm
went to
there
the
because he
grocery
knows
store
I'm
just to get one apple.
She's handing him an apple when he's playing tennis. You need an assistant for that? Like, that's just degrading.
Wait, this is his assistant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why it's so weird. What are
Oh.
you doing?
This
I thought
okay,
they were
so now this
dating.
makes
No.
me question the whole video.
But she's posting it on his channel, so for him, it's good.
Low-key, are they dating maybe? And they just like,
This is like,
maybe she was.
This is a
his
Keemstar
assistant.
Brantley
This is a Keem.
situation.
well, they're fucking. Or this part, they're fucking around for sure.
Totally.
But yeah, I don't know.
But they seem close.
Yeah.
I thought he was asexual.
Well, we've speculated about that. I don't think that's a known thing about David.
They could also be best friends. That's also a huge possibility.
They could be besties.
He used to be best friends with his
Tell
other
me.
assistant.
True. True.
headed back to the house, and it was time to wrap up the Views podcast. And since David burned 1,400 calories at Pickleball, I decided to surprise him with a little treat. The perfect meal before he hits
Is
the
he
head.
sitting in
They're
his
in
bed
bed.
eating? That's inappropriate. Inappropriate assistant behavior.
Yeah.
Until next time, you guys. Bye. Welcome
left
back
him.
to a day in the life being David Dobrik's
Why are you doing this
assistant.
here?
I got to the house extra early, so I
There's
have
no reason to do this in his backyard other than for him to watch you, right?
Yeah.
Does she
kind
live
of.
in his house? Probably. Like it's a
Yes.
big house, probably.
Maybe.
Because they used to all live together before. I think Natalie used to live in his house, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
But
I think
Wait,
so too. So
wait, and so that's dawning on my too. What happened to Natalie?
no, she's still around.
She was in the studio.
She's like his creative director now or something.
Yeah, she
'Cause
just-
I thought that was her role to be
She got
the assistant.
upgraded.
No, she
Interesting.
moved up.
Or like business developer or something.
Gotcha. IT. She's running IT.
Yeah.
Apple. An Apple carrier. This is my Apple person.
They don't actually carry apples. It's just when I want one, they go to the store and buy a single apple.
Yeah,
and bring
right,
it to
right.
me.
And-
What's their capacity? One.
Yeah, just one at a time.
In my opinion, they're doing this. They probably just started as a trend, a day in the life as my fucking assistant. But then David realized, oh, I actually don't have to work to produce
Yeah.
because that's the issue with being a content creator, right? Where you're the brand, because you got to do all the work. But now, all of a sudden, the assistant can be the facing person, voiceover, and he doesn't have to
Now
do
that's
shit.
I fuck with that.
Exactly. And and so I think and it actually popped off. The first one did really good. So they probably just kept going with it.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
Dobrik's assistant. Let's go. First thing I normally do is pop by Air One. David's really been wanting to try the $19 strawberry, but we had to settle for some orange juice. And then I headed to 7-Eleven for a little morning pick-me-up. David doesn't really like coffee, so I got him a blue raspberry Slurpee. I scrape off some of the top and pour something extra just to get him up. Depending on how much sleep
Who
he
the
gets,
fuck
I just
starts their day with a fucking raspberry Slurpee?
Well, that sounds delicious. I think the weird
Sure,
part
it
is that
sounds delicious, but you know what I mean? Like, who starts their day with chocolate cake? That's fucked up too.
It's true. It's true.
It's just not a good
Raspberry.
day from
It
there
sounds
on.
good. I want to slip.
Air One. David's really been wanting to try the
I'd start my day
$19
like
strawberry,
that.
but
I gotta
we had
watch
to
this again because I don't know what's happening.
settle for some orange juice. And then I headed to 7-Eleven for a little morning pick-me-up. David doesn't really like coffee, so I got him a blue raspberry Slurpee. I scrape off some
You're
of the
right.
top.
That's crazy.
And then she
As a
put Celsius in it.
I feel like this could be a rage bait.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm enraged.
It worked.
Yeah.
and pour something extra just to get him up. Depending on how much sleep he gets, I just roll the shades up and then, of course, take off my shoes because they're not allowed on the carpet. Wake him up with a little good morning song. Had a little extra time to call the other Air One location.
Get the fuck out of my bed.
It can't be real.
Are you crazy?
To see if they had the $19 strawberry. And after driving an hour there and back, David finally said the strawberry was okay. When I got back, David wanted this puddle gone from the pickleball court since we had an event later and he wanted to play one last time. David's underwear went missing for some reason. And the house cleaners didn't know where it went either, but then I found it in a suitcase and a Rolex box. David was going to play pickleball, so I picked him out a little outfit, matching set of cords. Even though he changes like 5 times a day, he didn't want to wear red for some reason. Then I just cheered him on and
Like
he
a
needed some
baby.
Claritin, so I gave him that. And while he was
I
occupied,
want
I
red
had enough
today.
time to
No
restock the fridge
way.
and make sure that all of David's favorites were in the front. And here I am bringing David his favorite.
Now there's a fridge. Hold the phone.
You gonna get to talk.
And while he was occupied, I had enough time.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's a fridge.
Is that bigger than yours?
Looks like it. Looks nicer.
A little bit bigger.
I like
Is
the
it-
window.
To restock the fridge and make sure that
Look at that. Look at that. That's like 7-Eleven open that.
Yeah, the
There's a
window
lot of
is real
drinks.
industrial kind of vibe.
I like
Isn't
the
yours
window.
sort of like hidden though? Like, is it like, since you remodeled?
Doesn't it like
Listen.
look like a normal pantry door?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's big.
It's pretty
That's-
fancy.
Pretty big.
I think the door. I think the glass might be more cool.
You're gonna remodel?
The reason why it's not cool is because the fridge has to always be stocked and clean. Otherwise, it's distracting.
Which is very easy if
Like-
you have an assistant.
Yeah.
Like at your house, if someone saw your, was it that you did the medical procedure you need to
piss?
put in the fridge? That would be unsettling.
Oh, what?
Remember
pee
you had to
bottle.
pee in a thing and you put it in the fridge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you don't. That's
No
why you need a
windows.
door for the fridge.
Sure. Fair. Please. But that's the flex too. Is that you have people that can make it look good all the time.
Yeah, that if you keep
True.
up with that, then yeah,
See?
then that's definitely fucking.
all of David's favorites were in the front. And here I am bringing David his favorite flavor of Celsius. I went to the bathroom for like 2 seconds and David and Natalie got in a little tiff,
Oh,
but
they're
it's okay. They worked it
sponsored,
in.
too.
David
Of
decided to
course.
make a little TikTok with his new art piece. I had it outside to move all of the cars out of the driveway because we were hosting a Paramount movie night for Novocaine. I think my
Why does he get these huge deals? It's so annoying. He doesn't do shit. Paramount's like, here's $1 million to have some fucking dumb shit in your driveway.
it's okay. They worked it in.
Why?
We
'Cause he's
decided
cool,
to make a
dude.
little TikTok
No,
with
he's
his new
not.
art
He's
piece. We
so
headed outside to
cool.
move
He
all
is.
the cars
This is
up
the
the
type of stuff
driveway
you should be
because we
doing
were
at your
hosting
house.
a Paramount
Definitely.
movie
You should be
night in
hosting a
Novocaine. I think
Paramount
my boss was very
movie night.
pleased.
Where's Paramount?
This
Love
looks
this.
absolutely incredible. And the pickleball court is
Can
now
we
a
please-
movie.
This is
As
his
people
house?
started to trickle in,
Yeah.
there was tons of dancing, music, food, drinks, and then it was time to start the movie. It's safe to say that anytime David has an event at his house, that is the highlight of my job. And after a very long day, David was ready to hit the hay a little bit early. Until next time, you guys. Day in the life being
Epic stuff.
Hold on, there's one more.
dude.
I gotta watch the next one too.
Epic. You gotta do one of these with you and Lena.
I know.
But it's
That'd be
just
good.
Oh my god, please.
But it's just Lena. Like the wake up part is just like the whole video.
It's just like
You just like not getting out of bed.
there are mornings where you're texting me trying to wake me up.
It's true. It's true.
All right, one more time.
as David Dobrik's assistant. The day started a little bit rocky, but I picked myself back up and headed to the grocery store because David wanted his favorite meal. You can definitely say he's a picky eater, but when I first started working for him, he flew me to Chicago so I could learn all of his mom's recipes. And a few years later, you can definitely
That's not true.
call me a pro.
I know this is true.
No, that's weird.
Is she even his assistant?
I don't think so.
She has been at least labeled as his assistant for like over a year.
Yeah, I believe she is. I think
I think
Natalie
longer.
Natalie has more higher up duties now, so she's doing more of the daily assisting.
Yeah, it happened during while the vlogs were still going. Natalie stepped up, I guess, not down, and she took her place.
That can't be true though.
You don't think so?
That she's sent to learn her mom's recipes?
Honestly, probably not. No, it's probably a rage bait.
According to Famous Birthdays, she was hired by David Dobrik in 2019. So a long time.
Okay.
Oh, Famous Birthdays says so. That's a highly reputable website.
I'm gonna boost her.
What's
Yeah.
mine?
Boosted.
What's mine at?
Ethan Klein Famous Birthday.
You know where their
you are
headquarters
at
is?
number. Okay, so you're like kind of back up from where you had fallen. It's still low, but you're at 4,000 now. Hadn't you fallen to like 10,000?
Dude, what the fuck? 4,000?
Go to the.
Didn't you fall way down?
I must be one of the lowest. Yeah.
You're number 4
If you look at the link that Love sent.
from amongst all of us.
Number 4 on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by this at all. Let it be
Oh, wow,
noted
I'm
that
higher
the
than you
very
now.
first day I said Love has got an inside
do have
guy
an
there, and he's
insider.
going to be number 1.
Yeah, well.
And I haven't lied about it. I've been very open.
You know where
with
their
my
headquarters is?
affiliations.
Is it in Sweden?
Munich.
Oh,
Where the
no.
Nazi party came to power.
Right, that is true.
No, they're
Oh,
my
no.
boys. They're
Just
my
to give you
boys.
an idea of what I'm dealing with.
David's
good
been
people.
anticipating this weekend for far too long. It's one of his closest friends' bachelor party. And like the presentable guy I know, he needed a little haircut. And it was time for me to hit the road and hop on a plane to Vegas. I needed to get there a little bit early, so I made sure that everything was perfect for my boss's big weekend ahead. I checked him in, and then it was time to unpack.
God, she must be, if she's actually his assistant, she must be so slow at doing anything. Just walked
Just
through a
recording
hallway,
every time.
had a camera set up by herself, had to re-walk down the hallway.
Yeah.
Every shot, like, holy shit. It doesn't seem like he asked a lot of her, though. Hey, can you go get me an apple from the store?
Get me one apple.
Just one.
Apple?
Apple.
Apple?
And the most essential item is David's pillow. Whenever he's traveling, I make sure to bring one from his bed. And then I start to unpack
believe
some of
that.
the items that make David feel a little bit more at home. And then I started to
What?
hang up David's clothes. I wanted to make sure that they didn't get wrinkled so that he could see where everything is. Then I moved into the bathroom and added some of David's favorites.
What?
And then it was time for the fridge. David loves a good butler pantry, and the boys needed plenty of options. This is pretty much just assistant 101 at this point. I heard the door open, and guess who it was? My boss. That means it was time to lay out some of the assorted snacks just in case he was hungry. Then David arranged a little surprise for his friend Mike, who's getting married, and he surprised him
Oh,
with his
yeah.
very own
You don't walk
roll-
into the Rolex store and walk out with anything that costs $200,000. Right, Zach?
But it's not 200,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are they lying?
Rolex. Last but not least, David had one more special surprise. And he knows how lonely Ilya gets on these trips without his girlfriend. We decided to give him the gift of a handheld companion. Ilya's very own Ultra Bowl by Bellessa Boutique.
I can't even imagine.
Oh, it's
It's a brand
blowjob
new
machine?
Ultra
Yeah.
Blow.
And that's an ad too.
I mean, I know it seems like I'm kidding, but this thing has 8 settings, and 5 inches deep, so you may get lost in there.
Okay, so which mode are your
Fucking
favorite?
god,
I'm
I'm a tiny
not
dick
box over
fucking loser, dude.
All right. I'm not.
That's really weird.
In
I
my
like that.
opinion, in my
As a
opinion,
gift?
Yeah,
allegedly,
it's weird.
You don't want the glug glug?
You
40,000?
don't give that to your as a gift to your friend. That's weird.
I was saying, in my opinion, allegedly, there's been undisclosed ads in every single one of those.
Yeah, the Celsius is
the
definitely
Celsius
a
and that.
plug and that.
Well, I think
100%.
Okay, maybe. I know he works with them, which means like maybe it's just sitting around and.
Nah, they were all. If you go back and look at the shots, they were all intended to be promo. In my opinion.
That is the newest flavor, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Is he just getting monster views? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still the Snapchat king, right? Isn't that what
Yeah,
he's
he's
like?
on
on
Snapchat.
that.
Yeah.
Let me see views. How views is doing.
What's his TikTok channel like?
Let's
So
see.
who's watching David Dobrik? Is it like younger kids?
probably people in their early 20s.
know.
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
also people who, they're not as in tune with the internet and don't know everything that's going on. Like maybe they watch him a little bit growing up, and then,
I saw all these TikTok or on Instagram organically, and I watched them through because I was curious. So, yeah.
Let's see. On TikTok, his last one has 8.5 million views, 2.5 million, 2.9, 2.2 million, 4.9. Yeah, he's juicing. 19.5 million.
Okay, David.
Wow.
Do your thing, I guess.
That's a lot.
Just as long as you're not having underage girls over and giving them alcohol.